The most exciting and high-stakes match of the Overwatch World Cup group stage happened on day 3, with the United States and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia squaring off, presumably to decide who takes the top seed in Group D and dodges a round 1 matchup against Team China. Despite dropping a map to France the day before, the Americans were still the favorites, but it was expected to be close either way. And it was close, but not necessarily for the right reasons. Both of these teams look like they'd be mopped all over the floor by South Korea. This game wasn't decided by which team executed their game plan better or how they matched up compositionally, but instead depended on who made less mistakes. On downtown Samoa, Saudi Arabia made a statement with a clean 100-0 dominant win on US soil. They won the initial fight by taking better angles and boxing the Americans in. They set tempo with flank blizzards to catch them off guard and straight up got more value with their ults. The US looked completely unprepared for each fight, like Kaluj rocking aimlessly when he surely knows that Kasa has flux up. It was like they had no clue what Saudi Arabia might want to do and just walked in without a plan. On beach, the states adapted by switching Hydron over to Sojourn, and it did work out. Even with Saudi's better frontline presence, they found themselves pushing too aggressively on top of the US and either got picked off by Hydron on an off angle or just lost the war of attrition from using their cooldowns too aggressively to take space. They got a decent 50% assisted by Kaluj for him trying to hit a flux while they were 15 oil fields away, hiding in a room. But you know what, percent is percent, so I guess they take those. So it all came down to Volcano, where some truly egregious plays took place. There were some horrific missed fluxes on both sides. OG died 2% off beat in overtime, and the ult tracking was seemingly non-existent once again. Like, why is the US opening a fight with flux when they can't capitalize against a window? And KSA were approaching ults of their own, so they were smart. They played slow for their ults and they grinded their way to match point. We get a rare Blizzard World map with slow BAP Alari mirrors across the board. US almost full held, but at the last moment, UV decided to fully commit to the American lifestyle and greeted deep into Saudi Arabia territory for a kill just to die for no reason. This turned into KSA almost completing the map in its entirety with just 3 fight wins total. Apparently, all you need for a good push against the US is consistent cart presence along with a couple fights of Quartz and Majed popping off. On the Americans offense, they rolled through first with a nice rotation to flip the map and boxed in KSA with their echo comp, giving us viewers the absolute pleasure of watching them flounder around on second point for 5 entire minutes. I promise you, if you took the name bars off, you would have thought this was early season 6 Toronto Defiant, forcing Speedily Echo on Blizzard second for absolutely zero reason. This is the genius of Gator coaching and just letting the players figure shit out for themselves. Like, this exact scenario, bar for bar, was played out by half of this roster 6 months ago, but this time it makes even less sense because Lenny does not have an echo crutch whatsoever. He could have played anything you possibly could have wanted him to. Team USA unknowingly created the most fraudulent congregation of parts in esports history. With Gator coaching and American Tornado, we're at a point where people are questioning if this team can get it done against Japan. The loss to Saudi Arabia in itself is not embarrassing, but the manner in which it occurred definitely is. This team was supposed to at least encourage delusions that they could beat Korea, but this performance has caused 50% of America's middle class to lose sleep over how far their nation has fallen. The people have been calling for a superhero to save this team, and I'm starting to worry they might actually have a point. Somehow in a Sigma meta, Kaluj was the worst player in a lobby featuring Lambda on Baptiste. Make it make sense. In other news, I am an official co-stream partner of the World Cup on both Twitch and YouTube, so tap in for an unparalleled viewing experience and be sure to subscribe for more pro Overwatch content. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.